It can be very embarrassing and it can make me very anxious when I'm about to. That failure is a part of the success. You are literally stopping yourself. Do it. Do it. Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Najari Ski back again. Let me say that properly. Hi, my name is Najari Ski and we are on episode 2 of the series Becoming the Better Version of You, where I'm going to give you the tools you need to start that journey. Okay, so hopefully you have your journal, your pen, and you're ready to go. So today we are going to be talking about past mistakes, and it's important that we talk about this, especially in episode 2, because they can hold valuable lessons in life that can teach us and it could aid us in our personal growth and development. So let's talk about it so we can learn how to grow from our mistakes. So I have difficulties when it comes to reading and spelling, and it can be very embarrassing and it can make me very anxious when I'm about to read. And if you know anything about what I do, which is like acting and being a producer, it involves a lot of reading and reading out loud in public, and it can be very nerve-wracking to doing it. But thankfully I had a great classroom space in BCC, the theatre arts, and my classmates helped me if I needed to know a word. They never made me feel stupid for asking a question, and they were very supportive, even if they weren't necessarily my friends. So that helped me to get some sense of comfort. But I still get embarrassed. No, I still get a bit anxious, but no, I have made a conscious decision not to, or try not to repeat it in my head. You know, when something happens and then you keep repeating it, how embarrassing it was. So I try not to do that. And if I make a mistake, I remember I'm only human, and I try to maybe make light of the situation or just bring some sense of humor, you know what I mean, to the situation. So mistakes trigger a variety of emotions. It can be shame, it can be guilt, it can be regret. But we need to see making mistakes as a part of the learning process. Something I always like to say to myself is that I am a beginner. When I am doing something new for the first time, mistakes will happen. If you are someone that can get done perfectly the first time, I love that for you. But remember that you are a beginner and mistakes are going to happen. So it's a part of that learning process. And understanding or making mistakes also shows you where your weaknesses are and where you lack knowledge or information on a particular topic or sport or whatever you're doing that you don't have a lot of knowledge on. So I want you to sit down and think about mistakes that you have made in the past. Think of those mistakes that you keep recycling in your brain and keep thinking about it, and it triggers you to have some sort of emotional reaction. So write it down and tell me what you learned from that mistake, and also what type of emotion that mistake holds for you. That's important to give you a level of self-awareness. If you make mistakes, you can disappoint people because of your mistakes. So I am going to give you my golden 3 A's, my 3 A's. So the first A is accept responsibility. Just be accountable, admit what you did. The next A is apologize for what you have done and ask if there's any way that you can make up for that mistake. And the last A is to accept whether they accept your responsibility or give you some way to make it up, or whatever they say, you have to make peace with it. So accept responsibility. Next A is apologize for what you've done and say if there's any way you can make it up or change. And then the last A is to accept that whether they accept your apology or not, and to make peace with it. Okay, we need to adopt a growth mindset. We have to change the way we look at mistakes and see mistakes as a stepping stone, see it as an opportunity to learn, to develop, and don't dwell on negative emotion like guilt, regret, and shame. And we need to see mistakes as a stepping stone in your life rather than we seeing them as failure. So these are some steps that you can take when you are dealing with future mistakes. So acknowledge the mistake without speaking negatively about yourself. This is the first and most important part for me, because sometimes we make mistakes and we tie it to our self-worth. This is particularly for me, and I might say mistakes and then start degrading or speaking very negative about myself, and that is something you need to stay away from. So acknowledge your mistake, but do not beat down yourself, not speak negatively about yourself. So learn the cause and circumstances that led to that mistake, and that will allow you to see actions that you can take to prevent making a similar mistake in the future. As I said, we're learning to grow from our mistakes. So look and see what can be done so I don't make that mistake again. So, and embrace the idea that mistakes happen. As I said, we are human. We day in, day out, there's going to be new situations, and because of this new situations, mistakes can happen, and acknowledge that it's going to happen. So overcoming the fear of failure is so important in your success story, because in the end of the day, as I said, mistakes happen, but that fear can stop you from reaching your goals, getting more success, getting more opportunities, because you're having a fear of failure, and you are literally stopping yourself. You're internally stopping yourself, right? So do not be afraid of failure. Do not be afraid of trying. All you have to do is try. You know what I mean? Rather that be putting one step at a time, to writing how you're gonna achieve that goal, or it be going into the deep end, pushing yourself. But you need to understand that failure is a part of majority or everybody's success story. If you look at any of these musicians, any people that came from poverty or whatever area they were in life, and where they succeed and become billionaires or millionaires or whatever the case might be, they all had moments in their career where they had some sort of failure. So I need you to know, I'm trying to get you to understand that failure is a part of the success story, and embrace and take those mistakes that happen as an opportunity to learn, and to just embrace it and to see it as all right, I make a mistake, let me see how I can rectify that. All right, I make a mistake, maybe I should try doing X, Y, and Z. So just learning to embrace that, and don't want you to sit down and think of any goals or dreams that you have and that you did not pursue, or is stopping you from pursue, or you pushing it off, and because of the fear of failure, and write down steps or write down how you can achieve that goal, and just do it. Okay, do it. I hope you understand, and do it. That's the key. Don't just write down the goal and leave it in your journal. Do it. Write down steps or jump into the deep end and do it. Literally, if you need to hear me say do it. All right, so this is reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and next one we're going to be talking about forgiveness, how to forgive others and how to forgive yourself, and we can also talk about what unforgiving and holding grudges can do to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I'm going to see you in the next video. Much love you guys. Peace out. You heard? Wow, you heard?